Hello Chasitopians, and welcome back to my channel.
Just like magic, middle finger to my thumb and then I snap it. Just like magic, I'm attracted. I get everything I want 'cause I attract them.
Wow, it is so good to see you guys back here, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome to Chasitopia. I think it's been like 2 or 3 months since I posted a video, and it's really disappointing because I was, planning on finishing the year strong, but it's okay because I'm still gonna finish the year strong with this little series I'm about to do for you guys that I meant to start about 2 days ago, but better late than never, right? Basically what I wanted to do was decompress from 2020, let you guys out on a few little secrets that I learned this year, and really just guide myself and you, if you want to come along, into 2021 and basically map out how to have a better year than this year was. And I'm not even talking about COVID-19, racial tensions, elections, none of that, just personal care and how I neglected to do that this year and how I'm going to change that going forward. I think it's really important to hone in on self-care right now because as you can see, I look different. Like I said, no body shaming, but I just gave up on myself in the middle of something incredible, and I don't want to do that ever again. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about that will make my journey 10 times better, make your journey 10 times better, and hopefully help us both succeed in 2021. By the way, today I'm not drinking water because it's freezing cold here, but I have my cute Hello Gorgeous mug, and I am drinking some Yogi lavender honey stress relief tea. Love this stuff. It's one of my favorite teas. I have several from Yogi that I like, but yeah, I want to give them a shout out, because I just love this tea and it really does help me de-stress. Anyways, let's get to it, shall we? This first video is going to be all about family and friends and how they affected my year so far. Like I said, it's going to be in relation to like my self-care, how my family and friends played a part in that, how some family and friends tore that away from me, the nitty-gritty, the good stuff, the bad stuff, everything really. I want to just discuss it and, let you guys in on a few things that made or broke my year. First things first, my family is pretty extraordinary. I love them to death. We have our moments, of course, but the really big, huge things that were tearing me apart, we pretty much worked through this year, and I'm really happy to say that I'm really on good terms with most of my family right now. And I say most because there may be like a few people that I'm still with, but not my immediate family. Like my immediate family and me, we're really tight. I'm excited to say that because we haven't been always. I feel like my relationship with my family is somewhat healed in this year. I guess because we had to sit on top of each other for basically 9 months this year, from March till now. I feel like we really were able to work on some things that weren't in order before. So if you don't know, I live with my mom. My sister and brother are here also. I have 2 siblings, that's it. And my brother is 19, I'm 21, and my sister is 14. She just turned 14. My dad was with us, but he passed away about almost 4 years ago. In 3 months it'll be 4 years. And that in itself was a big life change because my dad has always been here. He's always been living with us. And him passing away and just being gone completely has been a really shaking and emotional experience for me, and it's really had a huge impact on my ability to grow and to move forward with my life. In our house we have 3 rooms: my mom's bedroom, my brother's bedroom, and my sister and me share a room, which is great sometimes and sometimes it's not so great, but I love her to death, and even though we get on each other's nerves and we're right on top of each other sometimes, it's okay. I enjoy sharing space with her. I enjoy being able to be part of her everyday life, We have a 7-year age gap, and I feel like sometimes siblings who are older don't always spend enough time with their siblings who are younger, but I have a unique opportunity here to spend a lot of time with her, even though I'm planning on, moving out, getting my own place this year. I do enjoy spending time with my family. I do like being here in our home. My brother is in college, so he's away most of the time, but when he's here, he's here. Like, he's here, has such a big presence and such a warming, big-hearted just aura about him. Like, we love him to death. And when he's not here, my sister does use his room and I use this room, so it's a lot easier for us to have our own space or be together or whatever works for us. But when he is here, He's taking in his room, and then I'm in here with Kayla, which is fine. We make it work. It is what it is. In 2020, I had a lot of time to reflect on my dad and just remember him in many different ways. You guys know I do music. I was able to honor him this year by putting out a single called Daddy's Girl back in May. And then in June, I put out a music video for it on this channel. And I'm really proud of this song. It got, I think, 30,000 plays on Spotify, which isn't a lot because, you know, there's people with billions. But it's a lot for me, being one of my first ever singles, because I put out my EP this year with 4 songs, and then I put out my single Daddy's Girl, and they all just have taken off, and I've just been really extremely proud of those songs and of my music so far. But being able to honor my dad in that way was really important to me, especially on Father's Day, because I miss him a lot. And of course, Father's Day looks different for us. His birthday looks different for us. My parents' anniversary looks different for us. Birthdays, holidays, everything looks different for us. And even though it's been 4 years, you never really heal from that kind of thing, you know? Life goes on, but it doesn't in the same way. Like, you notice a difference and you wish that person was there, but at the same time, you have to do things for them in their honor, especially me, my brother and sister. We're his legacy. We're all that's left of him. So we have to go out and go hard every day for him and just make sure that people know that we're keeping his name alive. But yeah, like I said, 2020 was a great time for me to really work on my music and everything with COVID, because I was stuck in the house, but then also to honor my dad through that and to reflect on my dad's life and just think about how proud he would be if I did better, if I went farther, if I pushed myself and really achieve what I'm here for, you know, if I really achieved my dreams and goals, and how proud that would make him if he were here and even in spirit. And that was really a motivational point for me this year, to keep going for him. I do want to say this year has also been a year where I learned about toxicity, a lot of toxicity, even in my family. And like, in my family, it's not really permanent toxicity. You know how we say it's toxic and we like have to walk away from it? I think there's a few different types of toxicity. There's temporary toxicity, there's minor toxicity. Then there's just saturated toxicity where somebody's just completely toxic and you just have to throw the whole person away. But we'll talk about that later. But in my family, you know, there's a few little minor, just small toxicities that we were able to work through. And that's important when you're looking at toxic people. Like, is this person really beneficial to your life? Can you not change them, but can you help them see their mistakes or flaws, or how they hurt you, or how they can change maybe their attitude or their actions to maybe make you feel a little bit better? Or even you, how you can change your actions and your words to make them feel better, because sometimes the things we do just hurt each other. It's not intentional, but you have to communicate and let them know, and then you can be able to fix things. And learning how to fix things and talk and communicate has been like a focal point of this year, because you can't fix a problem if there's no communication, if you don't know what's wrong. Somebody told me, you know, why outsource? Why go out and talk to 5 different people about what's going on? Why not just go to the problem and fix it? Like, especially if it's your family and they love you and they want to help you and they want to understand you, try to heal that from within and not just like, you know, go crazy and tell the whole world what's going on. I mean, I do that because I'm on YouTube, but try to fix that with that person first, and then, like, you know, figure out their level of toxicness. Like, how toxic are they? How much of a trigger are they for you? And how can you fix that before you just cut people off or before you just walk out? I think there are people that you cannot fix. There are people that are just too much. They're too far gone. They're too toxic. They're narcissists. They're people who don't want to, sorry, I'm like burping. Okay. They're narcissists. There's people who don't want to fix themselves, who know they're not the problem. They're not the problem. They're not toxic. They're not doing anything. Everybody else is doing everything to them. It's just, yeah, we know those people. And it's important to identify those people as well, because you don't want them just hanging around and vibing off your energy and then not reciprocating it back, because that is a no-no. Family is very important, and I know they say, you know, blood doesn't make a family, but if your blood family is there for you and they are supporting you, definitely always try to communicate, try to heal, try to tell each other what's going on, you know. And if your blood family, your biological family isn't there for you, you know, work with your family, who you call family. Make them feel loved. Tell them what's going on with you. Help them make you feel loved, you know? It doesn't always have to be a one-sided thing. Communication is really, like, I learned communication this year. If anything, if I learned anything this year, it's communication. I was one to just sit back and roll with the punches, or one to emotionally blow up on somebody, and that's not the way to do it. It's stressful, it's straining, it's toxic, and it's something you don't want to do. Like I said though, all family's not blood. Don't let people take advantage of you. Do not let people take advantage of you. Like, no matter who they are, don't let people take advantage of you, because that is a dark, ugly road you don't want to go down. It can be really hard to see when someone's taking advantage of you, especially if you love that person a lot. It's hard to see when people are using you. So be wise, be aware. Just sit back and kind of feel for what's going on, and really just watch, observe, look around you, feel the energy. If the energy's off, it's probably a bad situation. You're gonna want to say something. If nothing happens from saying something, you have to leave it with them, not leave it with yourself. Because if you leave it with yourself, you're gonna be miserable. Forgive a person, forgive yourself, and let it go. Let it go, for real. Forgive them, forgive yourself, and let it go, because you can't just hold on to that bad energy or that bad experience that someone has given you, especially if they're taking advantage of you or using you. You have to let that go. And that's all in the realm of family. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm talking off topic. Like, all of that comes with family. Haven't even gotten to friends yet. Basically, take care of yourself and take care of your family, and make sure your ties are good, your bonds are good, your boundaries are set up. Make sure your family unit understands you and what you need, and you understand them and what they need, and you're able to communicate and resolve issues, and I think you'll be set. Like, honestly, that's what I learned this year about my family, my own family, because we're so tight that we can just fix it among ourselves. It doesn't have to be a big thing, you know. Now we're gonna get to the good stuff. Friends, wow, revelations I've had this year. I can't even tell you how many friends have come and gone this year, how many friends I've switch swapped this year, how many relationships have broken, healed, show their ass. I can't even begin to tell you the full capacity of what I've gone through with friends this year. It's been a year, it really has. So first, you guys know that me and my best friend kind of fell out earlier this year. It was basically, you know, it was me. We both had a lot to learn, and we've been friends for a long time, but I don't even know how to tell you guys this. Basically, just recently, like last week, this friend that I had cut off, we were on good terms. I mean, she like come over, cut my hair, hang with my family and stuff, but this friend that I essentially cut off from my life, last week, she did something and opened a door for me, an enormous door that I can't even begin to like thank her for. I owe her my life. She did that. We weren't even like tight anymore. She did that for me, and that just goes to show you that you really don't know who's looking out for you, and you just need to be kind to people. That taught me a lesson. It really did. You need to be kind and just humble yourself, and even if other people aren't being kind to you, okay, that's cool. If they're being super mean, then it's like, okay, cool, cut you off. You don't have to be mean back to them, nothing like that. But like the people who are down for you are always gonna be down for you, and they really are down for you. And I learned that just like this week, like once down for you, always down for you. Anyway, she really had my back last week, and I can't begin to thank her enough. I can't wait to tell you guys what's going on in my life. I can't tell you this yet. I have to keep manifesting it and praying about it and really just grasping the fact that this is happening. But I owe her my life. Then there was the narcissistic ones that I dealt with this year. I learned a lot from them too. I'm not gonna say a specific person, but a few narcissistic people that I had to, you know, I'm in a different phase of my life. I'm not here to compete with anybody. I'm not here to be jealous of anybody. I'm not here to envy or loathe or want what everybody else has. I'm good. I'm essentially happy. I'm working towards my goals and my dreams and my hopes and my ambitions. I'm not here to steal your show, I promise. But there are those narcissistic people who are weird about having friends, and they have to be the group leader or the friend who keeps the friends together. This is why I've never really had a friend group per se, because I'm not here to be like, oh, I'm the leader or you're the leader, or like, why, if you're real friends, like why does there have to be a main person who's just like has to be there, who's like the in charge person or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to call it, the queen bee. Let's put it that way, the queen bee. I'm not that type of person. I've never really had friend groups because of that. Like I've bounced around from friend to friend to friend. Like I've had different friends in different places. Never really had a friend group for that reason, because I don't like that. I'm not jealous of you. I don't want to be you, and you're not going to tell me how to run my life. Knowing when to step away is important, because especially with those people, because those people will literally drain you and leave you out to dry, because they need too much. They want too much from you. They're like essentially in love with you pretty much, and you don't want that dangerousness in your life. So be careful who you're putting yourself around. Then there's the people that I'm just not in line with anymore. It's just like your life's going that way, my life's going that way, and we're going to complete opposite ways. And as you know, an angle like this is never gonna touch. And that's how I'm feeling with some of my friends. We're not in the same place. You're doing this and I'm doing that. You rather have this life and I rather have this life, and our lives are completely different. And that's okay, we can still be friends, but the commonality kind of stops, and it's kind of hard to talk about things, because you want to talk about one thing, they want to talk about the other thing. They show up like this, you show up like this. They want to do this, you want to do this. It's just different. It's different. You just grow apart from people, and that's okay too. You have to learn how to not let that affect you in a negative way, and just keep growing and glowing and moving forward despite friendships ending, because friendships end sometimes. And if you're really, really friends with that person, your friendship's not going to end just because of the differences. If anything, it's going to find a way to persevere through the differences. Sometimes it is time to let go, and you just have to realize that for yourself. I think one of my main purposes in 2020, not purposes, but like my main goals to work towards, is how to be the best version of myself I can be. And that means how to be the best sister, how to be the best friend, how to be the best daughter, how to be the best niece, granddaughter, how to be the best version of myself, the best version of Chastity. That means communicating with my family and letting them know this is the version of me I want to be. I hope that you're in line with this and you support this. It means telling my friends this is the best version of me. I hope that you can come with me. I hope that you can nurture this with me. I hope that you can understand this is the direction that I'm moving in, and that you can support me while I'm moving in that way. Are you being the best version of yourself? Are others respecting it? And are you respecting yourself? It's all important. My mom honestly told me, she was like, friends are overrated, and like really felt that this year. I do hold like 2 or 3 people really close to my heart. Like they really are my friends. But a lot of them that I started this year with, they're not in my life anymore. People that I genuinely started this year with, I don't have them in my life anymore. This is the biggest year for decluttering for me. Like I haven't decluttered my life this much ever in the 21 years that I've been here on this earth. I have decluttered everything. I've decluttered the people here. I've decluttered my bedroom. I decluttered my car. I decluttered my brain. Everything is decluttered, and that's part of letting go too, because I'm moving forward. Next year, I'm moving forward, period, point blank. Like there's no way I'm not. And it's okay, because I can, and I will, and I want to. I'm going back to school. I'm gonna continue my weight loss journey. YouTube, music, I can't even begin to just describe to you what's on my plate for next year, what's my agenda for next year. Like I'm so freaking excited. I hope you're excited too. Like I hope this video genuinely like spoke to you. If you went through some of this stuff this year, like no, you're not by yourself, you're not alone. Everybody goes through this crap. Everybody has to weed out their life every now and again. It's refreshing, it's awesome, it feels great. It's something everyone needs to do. All of this is to say that it's been a crazy year for friends and family for me. Ending the year in solitude, it was important to me, because all you have is yourself at the end of the day. I mean, you have a lot of people around you, I'm sure. But really, really, when you get deep down into it, it's you against the world. You have to take care of yourself. Yourself in relationships, yourself in solitude, yourself wherever you are in life. You have to make sure you are the most healthiest, most amazing, most just outgoing, extraordinary person version of you as you can possibly be in all things that you do. If you want to know more about something specific that I talked about in this video, please comment down below and let me know, whether it's narcissism, family, friends, how to find yourself through all those things, self-care within other boundaries that you have. Just let me know down in the comments. If you relate to something I said in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Like, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later in part 2 of my decluttering 2020 series. I'll catch you guys later. Adios, Chasitopians.